Hi, DC Vigilante here. I know it's been a wee while since I made a YouTube video, and a lot of things have happened. The Batman's been announced, and directors, and TV shows have started, and everything else. But I just felt like I'd be going over old grounds, and I had to wait until something really, you know, got me going that I just needed to let out. So just recently, just like 2 minutes before I did this video, I done a wee live video on Facebook, and it was concerning that guy on Collider who just bit the dummy. I'll leave a link at the end of the video. I'll also leave a link on Geeks and Gamers and stuff like that, and what he said about it and everything else, and how he's trying to pass himself off and stuff. And no harm to any of these two guys. They're okay guys in my book, but they've made me think. Okay, now I've said from day one. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But first, I used to love Collider. Right, I used to love the show. I used to love John Campbell. But then I grew at it. Then more I looked into it, I got a different impression. And everybody was warning me about them and everything else. And I just found them very biased. I found a lot of the websites, I mean not just Collider, but all the big subscribing channels and stuff like that, very, very biased, even though they're trying to pass themselves as unbiased. And when you go deep into looking at these YouTube channels, you suddenly realise, with all the subscribers, they must get gifts from these people, right? And one good example one time was John Sneps, who sadly rest in peace guy. He was against something like BVS at one point. Right? He hadn't seen the Ultimate Edition or something, and he says, I wouldn't be interested in opening a prize box from that, right? Or whatever the Warner Brothers studio gives him. Same as the Chinese guy that was in that, I can't remember his name. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, they're opening a box and being excited, and then a couple of weeks later, they watch the Ultimate Edition, right? So it's just, you're just going back on your word. And so of course, but because Warner Brothers has sent them gift package, there you go, see if you can open it. So it made me think they always beefed up Marvel movies, right? They always seem to beef up Marvel movies, and I thought, you're saying good stuff about Marvel films when the DC just done the exact same thing, but you somehow find it wrong in that. It was like when Superman kills Zod to save billions of people, but then Hawkeye, he just kills for the sure sake of it, and then of course the Avengers will say, oh, he's building his character up. It's that sort of biased viewpoint. And so and then I thought, well, they must be getting paid money. So just recently, as I say, Collider came out, and this guy's spitting out the dummy. He never got invited to this Disney place. He says he's a fan for the last 5 years, and he should have been invited and stuff. Now this Collider show is a show that's been defending Star Wars, right? They've got the Jedi Council. Everything that comes out Star Wars, oh yeah, man, brilliant! Look at the title, excellent. Okay, and you're thinking, how can you guys be a fan and totally still see the positive in this, right? And then you go to, and so when he's mouthing off, and he's saying, oh, he comes across as though, it's that he's doing them a favour, right? And then it's like he's working for them, and then of course the producer, they come on board, and it comes across as their work. He got them taken off the air because he didn't really want to upset Disney. right? They didn't want to upset Disney. And so then I watched Geeks and Gamers. Now Jeremy, okay, again, nothing against the guy. Right? He's got a big fan base and everything else. And listen, this is not about jealousy or anything like that, okay? It's just what I want to do. I'm not here to make a fan base. Most of my videos now, all my videos are non-monetized. They're hardly hashtagged. I'm doing these just for the sake of doing them to let go of my burden, right? You'll be lucky if you ever find this video if you've not subscribed. Okay, my subscription goes up and down because I always say something that pisses you off. Then somebody else comes in, then I say something that pisses you off, then you unsubscribe. So I'm not going to go anywhere, right? I ain't going to go anywhere. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of just making YouTubes for yourself, for the fun, for, it's like a diary sort of thing. And for me, I think that's what YouTube should be all about. It's not about these. Now, I'm not saying that these people, if they're making money on the YouTube channel, right, good for them. If they're making a living, good for them. Now, Film Junkie, I believe, he's got a job. He goes out and he does his normal job. And I know the Flick channel, who's in it, a nice decent guy, he's got a job and he goes into it. But a lot of people depend on the YouTube stuff, and they spend a lot of time and they build the channel up, which is good. It's fine. Right? Is that how you're making it in the world? That is fine. If you want to put all your investment into your YouTube channel, build it up and make something great, that's brilliant. But I just can't trust them. I just can't believe them, right? I could believe somebody who's sitting in the house who doesn't go on about pay me Patreon, or and I think there was a video done just now about, I think Jeremy done one about monetize, and they're taking away that sort of stuff, and I'm thinking, money doesn't interest me on YouTube. I don't care if you're not making money, right? You're putting your views across, but are they their views? After watching this wee bit of Collider, I'm thinking, how can I trust anything that you say now? I've got this in. So when I switched over to this other video, Jeremy, he's talking, right? He's actually putting this guy down, right? He's putting him down because Jeremy believes that Collider, they're getting the backhand. But then Jeremy, he goes and says that he's been in talks with Disney and everybody else, and that, and with their talks or whoever he's interviewing, right, he's not allowed to discuss unless they have that say so, right? But at the same time, Jeremy still puts Star Wars down, even though he's got a big Star Wars down. But it doesn't matter to me anymore. Now that I know that he has these people that he phones and connects and talks to, it's still, there's a back of my mind that says, don't trust everything you hear. Don't trust his opinion, because, there is a clause in what he can say and what he cannot say. Whereas people like me, I will say what the fuck I want to say, because I ain't answering shit to anybody. And these are the more people that should be. Now, Film Gub, fellow Glaswegian, right? He's mentioned on the video. And he's just a guy, like myself, in the room that's taking the piss. He took the piss out of Collider, and Collider noticed him. And he's good with the computers. He puts all the grades and the computer images together, and he takes the piss. And he doesn't like Jeremy because he sits on, the stuff that Film Gub loves, and Film Gub believes that Jeremy is biased. Now, Jeremy has a wee group behind him. He has a wee, he's got people working as well for him, right? And that reads all the tweets, and they all up together and stuff. And they laugh at what people may think about him, right? So, again, but that's the team. That's the team that's helping him promote this channel, that's get so many views and so many critics and everything else. But Film God was just a guy doing his own thing, right? He's got no advisors, no nothing. He's just roaming it and doing everything. Okay, he comes across as a guy that's not interested in talking about Patreon or getting money for it. And once he starts doing that, that's when I question it. People that do these YouTubes, I would rather listen to somebody that is not asking to be sponsored or anything like that. Just make the videos that you want to. That way, when you listen to somebody, you are getting that person's, feelings at that time. Now again, my feelings can change. I used to dislike Supergirl, ready to bin it, but then forced myself to watch it. Feelings changed. People's opinions can change, granted. But at least with mine, it has nothing to do with any influence from TV or movie companies. And as I say, now, today, it's official for me that Collider, companies like Collider, are just, they're more than biased, they're paid for the biasry. That's a new word, biasry. Just thought about that. Maybe I can get it into the dictionary. But that's all I like to say. So this DC Vigilante will always be a DC Vigilante. And I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty chuffed. Maybe one day in 40 years' time, and when I'm long gone, some other person may come across these videos, who knows. And for one person, or to like this video, or to like any of my videos, that's enough for me. But it isn't really for these guys. So check them out. Let me know what you think. DC Vigilante, this has been my truth. Catch you later.